You want to make the radio call?
Where are we?
We're gonna
are
do.
we going to departure or?
We're gonna do a Civic North departure.
Civic North departure. Okay.
Yep. When you're ready.
Can't do it. Civic North departure.
Yeah, so it'll be Palomar Tower Helicopter 7039 November. We're at Civic parking. We would like a Civic North departure with information Yankee.
Okay. Palomar Tower Helicopter November 7039 November at Civic parking. Request Civic North departure. We have information Yankee.
Helicopter 7039 November, Palomar Tower, Civic North departure approved. Use caution, helipad not outside from the tower, cleared for takeoff.
North departure approved.
Cleared for takeoff 39 November.
Cleared for takeoff 39 November.
Good. All right.
Helicopter 39 November, traffic in the upwind for left close traffic, climbing at 800 Cessna.
We've got that traffic in sight. We'll maintain visual separation 39 November.
Use Cessna 145 Papa, traffic lifting south of.
All right, you're on controls.
They'll be crossing over.
I have controls.
You have controls.
I have.
Set us up for the takeoff.
Okay. I have controls.
You've got controls.
Looking 145 Papa.
Just set us up how you know to do the takeoff.
Yeah, take up to the dashed yellow line.
Yep. Move just a little bit farther forward just to watch our tail on what's behind us. A little forward.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there you go. And then dashed yellow line. And we're just watching out for that fixed wing traffic. See him? Directly ahead.
Yep, I see it.
All right, and when you're ready,
yeah, I'm ready.
RPM in the green. 1, 2, 3 in the green. No lights, no horns. We've got fuel. We're ready to go.
Ready to go.
Okay. Little left pedal. Okay. A little aggressive on the push forward.
Yep.
If you just go a little bit slower, we won't get that dip.
Okay.
But other than that, really good. All right, follow the road.
Yep.
Have you done a Civic North departure before?
Yeah, I've been never do this. I've been never leave this Palomar Airport.
You've never been to Oceanside?
Yeah, never been to Oceanside.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So, once we'll do like a Civic pattern. You know the Civic pattern?
Yep.
So stay over this road.
Over midfield northbound.
And we're climbing up to 900 feet. So keep the power in. Yep. On this little road right here, turn left.
Okay. 39 November, traffic 3 miles northwest of the field, inbound on the VOR approach, 1,500 descending Cessna.
Looking for traffic, helicopter 39 November. We will maintain visual separation if we find them. All right, and then go left on this road?
Yes, left down, bit.
Yep, downwind, exactly. And we're keeping our climbing power in. Keep that 22 inches. Good, 22 inches. And we've got a good climb rate going. I'm looking for that traffic.
Okay.
VOR approach. All right, turn left now.
Now.
Nice and gentle. Nice and gentle turn. We're climbing for 900.
Okay.
And we're going to fly directly northbound over the tower.
Okay, over the tower.
Yep. There's 900 feet.
Yep.
Helicopter.
When do I have to roll out?
November, traffic now a mile and a half north of the field, 1,200.
I'm looking up. I've got traffic in sight. 39 November. We'll maintain visual separation.
Thank you. Crew track 473, traffic just crossing over midfield, northbound 800.
Okay.
Helicopter has you in
We'll
sight.
turn right over the tower.
Yep.
And you see the traffic? Shiny little thing right over the horizon line? Good.
That's the traffic.
Yep, we'll maintain visual separation for them. So we'll probably just go a little bit left of them, and we'll just stay 900 feet, so that way we stay below them. They're at 1,200 right now.
Okay. Lima, turn east to the
So they're flying this way, sort of. So we'll just come in behind them, make sure we don't get in front of them as well.
All right.
Helicopter 39 November, that Cessna is now turning to the downwind.
Copy, we've got traffic in sight, no factor, 39 November.
Crew track 473, number 2, pulling a Cessna, 1 mile final, report traffic in sight.
Looking crew track 473.
All right, cool. So,
yep.
We have to stay on Palomar's frequency until she tells us frequency changed approved.
Okay.
So we're listening.
Turn east to the downwind.
We're listening for her to say helicopter 39 November, frequency change approved. When she does, we'll say frequency change approved, 39 November. Then we'll be switching frequencies.
Okay.
So right now, do you see kind of out in the distance, there's kind of a big green field out there?
Yep.
We're going to fly directly for that big green field. And 1,000 feet is perfect. So let's just fly 1,000 feet, just a little bit to the right.
Okay, a little bit to the right.
Yep, to that big green field kind of out on the horizon after the highway where you see all those vehicles. And we can be 1,000 up to 1,200.
1,000 up to 1,200.
Yeah, somewhere in there is fine.
Okay.
And we can pitch for 70 knots.
70 knots.
And now,
Clear for takeoff, left traffic.
we're going to want to get the ATC frequency into our backup. So this is our backup frequencies, right? I think ATIS is 127 point. Do you have Oceanside ATIS?
Oceanside.
Yeah, 127.8.
Yep.
So I want you, when we're cruising, this collective has a tendency to come down on us. So let's pitch for 70 knots and let's see how much power it takes to maintain 70 knots and maintain our altitude.
Alright.
So there's 70 knots, there's a 70 knot altitude. Now we'll need just a little bit more power. Perfect. There's our power setting. So now if we can adjust the radios, I want you to reach back and put a little bit of collective friction on. Okay?
Reach back and collective friction on.
Yep, a little collective friction on.
A little bit.
Yep, good. Just so that our collective doesn't drop on us too much.
Okay.
Now I want you to come up to our radio and put into our backup frequency 127.8.
Right now?
Yep.
1, 2, and 7 to 8.
127.8.
7.8.
127.08.
Oh, you want to 7.
127.8. Good. Now we wait until we get frequency change approved. Then we'll switch over and listen to the ATIS at Oceanside.
Okay.
Crew track 473, going back to ATC.
And once we get to this highway, actually right before we get to the highway, we are out of the airspace of going towards this green fields, just a little bit more to the right, just a little bit.
Number 39er November, frequency change approved today.
You can say frequency change approved, 39 November.
Frequency change approved, 39 November.
Good job. Okay, so now we got frequency change approved, so we can switch frequencies.
At 08. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 25 Celsius. Dew point 19 Celsius. Altimeter 2982. Remarks.
2982.
1,300.
Bob Maxwell Memorial Airfield.
Listen to the wind.
Weather observations 2239 Zulu. Wind 220 at 08.
22008. Okay, now put in the CTAP frequency.
Condition clear.
CTAP frequencies.
Yep, CTAP frequency is 122.72.
122.72.
Yep.
Medevac 433 Alpha Kilo Palomar Tower transition.
To get 72, pull this little knob out towards you.
Tip knob up.
Yep, and then turn it once. There you go, and then push the knob back in. Good. Okay, and then we'll switch over. All right, so now we're on Oceanside frequency.
Okay.
Oceanside is a non-towered airport, so we're not required to make radio calls. However, we'll make radio calls just so traffic knows what we're doing.
Okay.
We're about 2 miles to the southeast.
2 miles to the southeast.
Yeah, so make your radio call, say Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, 2 miles to the southeast. We'll be entering left base for runway 25. You got all that, or you want me to do it?
Okay. Oh, let me check.
You want me to do one just so you know what it sounds like?
Okay, wait a minute. 2 miles southeast.
Yep.
Entering left downwind to runway 25.
Yep.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter November 703 November, 2 miles southeast, entering left downwind, runway 25 Oceanside.
Good, so we've got an airplane on final, so we're looking for an airplane on final right now.
Traffic difference 102, turning right downwind
25. I can't see it.
I don't see an airplane on final. I thought he said final. Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November. Was there an airplane on final? All right, then we're going to follow this road. This is our base leg.
Okay.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November's left base for runway 25. All right, so now we got to start descending.
Okay.
Oceanside traffic, have helicopter in sight, option number 2. Everybody up front, Oceanside.
Helicopter 39 November, we've got you inside. Thank you very much, sir. All right, so once we get past these buildings, we'll turn left.
Turn left.
Yep. Once we're past these buildings, we turn left. Now we're on final. Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November is on final for runway 25. All right, so now we can kind of come over the road and let's set ourselves up on the runway heading.
Yep.
So let's get left so that we're set up going straight to the runway.
Okay.
And we're coming down. All right, we're just going to do a normal approach. Our landing spot's going to be right in between number 2 and number 5.
Okay. Number 2 and number 5.
Yep, exactly. So we want a normal approach. So we're a little bit high right now.
Yeah.
So let's start coming down a little bit. And we need to start slowing down a little bit too. So usually I like to be at about 200 feet, 200 to 250 feet by the time we cross the road. 200 feet's about right. And 45 knots. So we're just a little bit fast.
Yeah.
So let's start slowing down a little bit. If we start getting a little high, we come down on the collective. If we're getting a little low, we come up on collective. And we're aiming for right in between number 2-5. So let's start slowing down, a little bit of left cycling. And we're going to overshoot just a little bit, but that's okay. Nice and controlled. If we go over a little bit, that's not a problem. Little left pedal. We've got a bit of a crosswind. Well, we got to keep our speed up so we don't settle down too much. Left pedal.
Left pedal.
All right. Now, when you're ready, we'll do a normal takeoff.
Traffic, Cherry Suit is on a extended right downwind for that helicopter traffic. Oceanside.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Pitch forward, really gentle with our nose pitching forward, and then we just hold down. Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November is on the go, runway 25, Oceanside. And then once we get to keep it down, keep it forward.
Yeah, we're up.
Good. All right, sorry, I kind of came on the controls and wasn't talking.
Okay. It's okay.
Listening to traffic. Okay, cool. So now we're climbing up.
Yep, climbing up.
Our crosswind turn for this is going to be right at this road. So once we get to the road, we'll make a gentle turn to the left. And climbing power, 55 knots. We're climbing for 700 feet, it's our traffic altitude.
Okay.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November's left crosswind for runway 25, Oceanside. And then right over this gas station, we'll turn downwind. Good. Oh, it's a gyrocopter. See it? Gyroplane.
Gyroplane?
Yeah.
Oceanside traffic, sport coppers clear act. Game 25. Cherry.
That's pretty cool. Gyroplanes are neat. Okay, so we got a little bit of a crosswind, so we'll need a little bit of left pedal here. We're climbing up for 700, so let's keep our power in.
Okay.
A little bit more right pedal. There we go. Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November. We're in left downwind for runway 25. We'll come in behind that fixed wing traffic on final. All right, coming up to 700. We're going to get to 700 soon, so let's start leveling off.
Yep.
It's kind of a short pattern, right? So we don't have a ton of room. We're usually leveling off right before we turn our base leg. So this is perfect. We've got that fixed wing traffic in sight. They're almost off to our left. So clear right, clear center, clear left. We've got him in sight. Once we get to the top of the hill, we'll start turning our base leg. And now we'll start descending and slowing down. We got a little bit high, right?
Yeah, we a little bit high.
It kept climbing, so now we just have to descend a little bit farther. So let's really get some down collective in so we really start our descent. Down collect, we'll need a little right pedal. And make your radio call that we're in the base leg if you can.
We're in the base leg?
Yeah, Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November on base leg, runway 25, Oceanside.
Okay. So on all of our radio calls for when we're in the traffic pattern, we have to include the direction that we're turning. So that would have been left base. All right, get us over so we're in line with the runway. See how you're leveling out and we're way off center of the runway?
Yep.
We want to be lined up on the runway heading.
Okay.
So keep your turn coming around until we're lined up straight with the way the runway's facing. And now keep descending, right?
Yep. Transition is northbound west of the field 1,800 Maxwell.
Okay. Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November is on short final for runway 25, Oceanside. All right. So we're coming down. We're shooting for the numbers 25.
Yep.
We're getting pushed a little bit to the right because we have a bit of a left crosswind, so we'll need a little bit of left cyclic.
Left cyclic.
We're looking pretty high, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and do a go around. So if we don't feel comfortable with our approach and we're not going to make it, we can do a go around. So go around, we just pull climb power, pull climb power, and slowly push our nose forward to regain our airspeed.
Okay.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November is going around runway 25. Good. Full power, pitch for 50 or 60, cool. And then we're climbing back up to 700 to get back in the traffic pattern. So anytime we feel uncomfortable, in the runway environment, obviously we don't really need to as much because we have the whole runway. We could have easily shot the approach in the middle of the runway and had plenty of room to take off. However, we want to be in the practice of if something doesn't feel right and we're not quite set up right, of just going around, right?
Okay.
They always say go-arounds are free. They cost you nothing. You can do go-arounds as many times as you want. And especially when we start doing off-airport operations, if you're going off-airport to a landing site that you need to be really precise with your landing, you need to be ready to make those decisions.
Okay.
Good. Turn downwind. So being good at making no-go decisions or go-arounds is a really good habit to be in. All right. So let's make sure we level off at 700 this time so we don't end up too high.
Okay.
And you can make your traffic call that we're in left downwind for runway 25.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter November 7039 November, left downwind runway 25.
Good. When we're in non-controlled environments like this, it's okay to not say your entire tail number. We just abbreviate it to 39 November.
Oh yeah.
Just because everyone's talking at the same time, if there's a lot of traffic, it might be kind of busy here. So we want to make our radio calls as brief and concise as we can.
Okay.
We still want to get across the right information, but we don't need to say November 7039 November. We can just say 39 November, left downwind, runway 25. But your radio calls are good. All right, we're approaching 700. Let's level off. Let's get 60 knots. And then know that as soon as we turn base, we got to start descending anyway. So we don't want to climb any more than 700. That's for sure.
Okay. So we have to say my position right now.
Once we turn onto our base leg, then we'll say left base.
Okay.
All right, we're clear to the right, clear center,
right.
clear left.
Clear left.
Good. Now we want to look at what happened.
Do one short runway 25, okay.
We're super high again.
Oh yeah, it rose again.
You make your radio call, we're in base, left base.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November on left base, runway 25, Oceanside.
So we got to be more careful with our altitude because if we come up this high, we can turn final now. Once we're past these buildings here, we can turn final.
Okay.
Go jump, this is 0 Zulu. Are you looking to get out ahead of us? If you don't mind, that'll be quick. Yeah, no problem. Brakes almost start rolling right behind me.
Helicopter 39 November on final. If one of those airplanes wants to get out ahead of us, we're pretty slow.
Go jump 3, I'll make it quick.
There's traffic.
Yep, I told them to go out in front of us because we're going pretty slow. So let's keep coming down. And
there's a clutch
he's
light.
fast. So one thing we need to be aware of is wake turbulence.
Okay.
So wake turbulence will form behind him. On takeoff, it's not as dangerous, but if he was landing, it'd be more dangerous. So we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to land right on the numbers 25. All right, this feels better, right? We're still a little bit steeper than we would like to be, but this feels a little bit better. Make sure we keep left pressure in the cyclic because of the left crosswind we're dealing with.
Left crosswind.
Yep, so left pressure on the cyclic to keep us, we want to stay right over the middle of the runway if we can. We're getting a little low, so we got to pull in some collective. Keep moving forward. We don't want to completely stall and fall out of the sky. As long as we keep moving forward, we still have lift to the rotor system.
Okay.
All right, make sure we get left pedal because we're in a left crosswind, so we got to be really active on the left pedal or we get LTE. Good. Okay. So now we're in a hover, RPM's in the green, 1, 2, 3 in the green, no lights, no horns. Do a nice normal takeoff for me. So just keep us straight. Left pedal. And just really slowly increase our forward airspeed. While maintaining this height above the ground. And keep our track right over the middle. Keep pushing forward slowly. Don't let us climb. Push, 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 push. Keep pushing. We're pushing all the way for 40 knots. So keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. It's okay. Don't come up on collective. Keep pushing forward. And there's 40 knots. Now we just ease backwards. So sometimes a helicopter will dive down and come up a little bit. That's okay. Just let it happen.
Okay.
It's totally natural and not a big deal. You don't need it. So once we'll basically pull hover power, and we just want to hold hover power all the way through the takeoff.
Okay.
Of course, if we're going to hit the ground or something, we can do something about it. But generally speaking, all we would need to do is pull a little bit of aft cyclic to stop from hitting the ground.
All right.
All right, crosswind. Nice and gentle. Nice and easy on the controls. Everything's gentle.
Okay.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, left crosswind for runway 25. All right, so there's a lot going on here, right? It's a lot of information to take in at once.
Okay.
So I'm just going to come onto the controls with you. You're still flying the aircraft. I'm just going to kind of influence our controls just so you can see what I'm looking for and what like the correct pattern looks like, okay?
All right.
So here we are in the downwind. We're making sure that we're pulling our takeoff power 22 inches so that we can get all the way up to 700 feet as soon as possible.
All right.
The sooner we get to 700 feet, the sooner we can level off, and that way we're not super high when we're coming in on the end, you know, because we kept waiting too long, and then we're forgetting, so we're making radio calls and stuff. All right, we're approaching 700 feet, so we're going to start pitching for 60 knots.
Yep, pitching for 60 knots.
Yep. Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, left downwind for runway 25, Oceanside. Okay, there's 60 knots, and we have just about 700 feet. We're, whatever, 20 feet shy, but no big deal, right?
Yeah.
All right, now we're looking outside. We're making sure no one's in the pattern.
Yep, no one's in the pattern.
Yep. Making sure we're clear all directions. Making sure we still have 700 feet, 60 knots. We're looking good. We're in trim. Good. All right, now we're approaching our base leg. We're clear to the left, clear to the center, or clear right, center, left.
Yep.
Now we're turning base. We're going to start our descent.
Okay.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, left base for runway 25, Oceanside. All right, now we're on our base leg. We're really going to start descending. Because this traffic pattern is pretty short, we can also start slowing down a little bit early, but I don't really want to get too far below 55 knots or so. A little bit of right pedal for trim. Good. So we're looking, clear right, clear center, clear left. All right, we're turning final.
Yep, turn to final.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November is on final for runway 25, Oceanside. All right, keeping our airspeed at right about 50 knots now that we're on final, and we're descending. See, we're only at 400 feet this time, so we have a lot less altitude to bleed off before we get there.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're looking pretty good. We're a little fast, right? I got a little fast. I got up to 60 knots. So I'm just going to start slowing it down gently, super gently. And I'm still coming down, so down collective. I want to be at about 200 feet when I'm crossing the road for my normal approach angle. And my normal approach angle is pretty much the numbers are right at the top of the trim strings for me.
Yeah.
It'll be a little different depending on how tall you are and what your point of view is. But for me, it's pretty much right at the top of the trim strings with the numbers. So I just want to hold that sight picture. There's about 200 feet crossing the road. See, we're at about 40, 45 knots, 200 feet.
Okay.
Notice how I'm keeping it right over the center line.
Yep.
And now I'm just progressively slowing down, just progressively adding aft cyclic. If I start to get too low, I up collective a little bit. If I start to get too high, I can come down on collective a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm just progressively slowing down. We're at kind of a brisk walking pace here, out of our peripherals. And we're just slowly coming down. And we're just slowly approaching the numbers, getting down close to the ground. See how our collective pulls nice and slow like this?
Yep.
Early on left pedal, and we're just sliding our landing location, slide right underneath our butts until we come to a nice stationary hover.
Okay.
Cool. All right, now feel along with me for the takeoff. Takeoff checks, RPM's in the green, 1, 2, 3 in the green, no lights, no horns. All right, we're facing down the middle, 5-foot hover. We're just slowly transitioning 22 inches. We're not going to move the collective.
Okay.
We're just slowly transitioning forward. Keep pushing forward as we get through ETL so we don't balloon up.
Yep.
If we start getting too low, we just pull aft on the cyclic a little bit. Keeping our pedals in trim. And we've got 40 knots. We're just slowly relieving that pressure and starting our climb out, making sure we still have that climb power in. And we're just going to hold 50 knots about.
Maxwell Memorial,
and 22 inches.
5 mile final straight in, runway 25. Maxwell.
Cool. Yeah. And then we start our turn, keeping our nose nice and level. We're not letting our nose climb too much. Nose came up just a little bit, but that's okay. Now we're in crosswind. We're scanning. Clear right, clear center, clear left. Turning downwind. All right.
Downwind.
You have controls.
I have control.
Do the same thing
All right.
over again. Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, left downwind for runway 25. All right, so you've got controls. Just replicate what we just did.
All right.
See how it's supposed to look, though? Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Cool, so let's get...
Memorial Cherokee 15884 is on a 3 mile final straight in runway 25.
Oh, they're on a 3 mile final, so I'm looking for them. Because that might be a little bit conflicting with what we're doing here. Alright, so because he's coming, I don't see him.
Yeah, so do we have to extend the downwind?
Yeah, let's extend our downwind.
Yeah.
Good call.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, extending downwind, only 25 Oceanside.
Good.
Yeah, so how much do we have to extend the downwind?
Until we see that airplane.
Maxwell Cherokee 15884 is on a 2 mile straight
No,
in
I don't have
runway 25.
video.
We have a helicopter in sight.
He's got us in sight. You can say, we'll just wait until returning base. I don't see him. Do you see him?
No, I can't see it.
Me neither. Oh, I see him. He's right above the mountains, just below the horizon
Oh
line
yeah,
there.
yeah, I got
Cool.
a visual.
So as soon as that guy's a beam to our left, we'll turn our base turn.
All right.
All right, we can start turning base
Okay,
now.
turn the base.
And you can say Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November's on base will be number 2 behind the airplane.
Couple 2 behind the airplane.
Number 2.
Number 2.
He's number 1, we're number 2.
Okay.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, entering downwind, and number 2, behind the airplane, Oceanside.
We're turning, this is base, right?
Yeah.
We were in the downwind.
Oh,
So that was, we're
Yeah.
turning, we turned base.
yeah, I confused, sorry.
Yep. No, it's okay. Now we're on final. So now you can just say we're on final behind the fixed wing, or number 2 behind the fixed wing, however you want to say it. Just tell them we're on final for runway 25.
Okay, we're in the final, right?
Yep.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, on final, runway 25. I'm number 2, Oceanside.
Good.
Is it okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Finally.
now we got to start descending.
Yep, start descending.
Yep, exactly. Because basically we're set up a little bit differently, so it feels different this time, right?
Uh-huh.
But we're at 600 feet. We want to be to that road at 200 feet. So
Okay.
start descending,
Yep, start descending.
and we can keep a little bit more airspeed, but we don't want to go any faster than this, because we want to be crossing that road at 45 knots.
Okay.
Rule of thumb. And it can be a little off, you know, and this will change no matter where we are.
Uh-huh.
But just general rule of thumb, that sets us up pretty well here for a pretty nice normal approach.
Okay.
Oceanside traffic, Cherokee 1584, cleared runway 25. Oceanside.
Good, yeah, we feel a little low, so we'll descend,
Yep.
arrest our descent rate, and then we'll just continue a nice smooth descent from here. See how here we're kind of lined up on that normal approach angle? Our trim strings, top of our trim strings are almost at the numbers 2.5. So we're set up here for a pretty nice normal approach already. So this is looking good. Let's just keep the descent rate and keep slowing down a little bit.
Yeah, slowing down a little bit.
Yep, exactly. There's 200 feet, a little more down collective. Got a little high. See, my numbers are now at the bottom of my trim string. So we're a little high.
We're a little high.
So we can just down collective, right? And we'll come right down. Good. And now they're coming back. There's the top of the trim strings. Let's catch it with the collective. Good. Perfect. Now we intercept that glide. We need a little bit of left cyclic because the
left
crosswind is
cyclic.
pushing us. And we're just keeping our deceleration. Good. Keeping our descent and our deceleration.
Traffic in progress.
And we can start pulling collective. Keep pushing forward cyclic. We don't want to stop yet. We're not down yet. We're still 10 feet in the air.
All right.
There's 8 feet, 6 feet, 5 feet, 3 feet. Perfect. Right to our spot. See?
Yep.
Money. When we start our controlled descent early, we nail our spot. It's much easier. All right.
So, yeah, are we gonna start again?
Yep, we'll go again. So let's get into a nice stable hover right in the middle.
Yep.
Left pedal. Stable hover before we take off. Let's move over the center line, little left pressure, little more left pressure, little more left pressure on the cyclic.
Yep.
There we go. All right, now gently push forward.
And they're pushing forward.
Yep, gently push forward. A little more, keep pushing. Good. And then if we start to get too close, you can just pull out. Good, keep pushing forward, keep pushing forward, keep pushing forward. Keep going until we get to about 40 knots. There we go, and then gentle aft cyclic,
Aft cycle.
and let's pull 22 inches.
Yep. Pull
Yep,
10
and we
inches.
climb right up. That was really good.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, really nice job. Cool. See?
Yep,
Makes
I
sense,
see it.
right?
Yeah.
And once we turn crosswind, you can make your radio call that we're left crosswind for 25.
Oceanside, traffic helicopter 39 November, entering left crosswind, runway 25, Oceanside.
Yep. So that's crosswind, then this is downwind, and the next leg is base, and then
Yep.
final. And we have to say left for left crosswind, left downwind, left base. Once we're on final, final's all the same, so we just say final. We don't have to say left final. Does that make sense?
All right.
Like all of our legs in the traffic pattern, we need to say left because we're making left turns. Once we're on final, we're just on final. Doesn't matter because we're not making any turns. We're just touching down.
All right.
Oceanside traffic helicopter 39 November, on left downwind, runway 25, Oceanside.
Good.
Yep. We are on the left downwind.
Perfect.
Okay.
Nailed it. Cool. It's a lot to take in at first, but it's pretty simple once you get it. All right, you can start leveling off now. We don't want to get too high. We got a really high descent rate, so let's lower that collective. Otherwise, we're going to blow right past 700. Watch this. We'll end up at about 800.
Oh, it's gonna reach 800.
Almost. See, we're still going up.
We're taxiing.
Go.
F1 fuel line.
You can say left base.
Yeah.
Oceanside traffic helicopter 39 November, on left base leg, runway 25, Oceanside.
Good job.
Thank you.
So, we need to be aware of where we're at altitude-wise, because otherwise we'll climb right past it if we're not careful.
Okay. So we have to descend right now.
Yep, we got a long ways to come down, right?
Yeah.
These really, we're about 100 feet lower right here.
Oceanside traffic helicopter 39 November, final runway 25, Oceanside.
Nice job with the traffic.
Thank you.
Good radio calls.
Maybe it's a little bit high.
Yeah, we're pretty high, right? Usually we're at the road at 200. Where are we? We're at 400.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's your turn to make the decision. What do you want to do? We can either pick a new landing spot or we can go around. Those are kind of our decisions, right? Otherwise we have to force a landing that's a little bit uncomfortable. So do you want to go around? Do you want to pick a new landing spot? What do you want to do?
I think we have to go around.
Okay, good call.
Oceanside traffic helicopter 39 November, go around, runway 25, left cross traffic, Oceanside.
Good job. And that's really an important thing too, that aeronautical decision making, ADM, right?
Okay.
And making sure that we're making good, safe judgment calls.
Yeah.
Clear right, clear center, clear left.
Yep, left clear.
Oceanside traffic helicopter 39 November, entering left crosswind, runway 25.
Oceanside traffic, go jump 3 high, right base 25, Oceanside.
And where's our power setting? What are we doing right now?
I could raise the collective and
Yep, we should be climbing up to 700, right? Check it out.
yeah, there's a parachute.
Yep, bunch of parachuters.
Oceanside traffic, go jump 3 miles, straight in 25.
Someone says 30 miles.
Yep, see him?
Yeah, I see it.
So you can say Oceanside traffic helicopter 39 Novembers and left downwind will come in behind the jump plane.
Oceanside traffic helicopter 39 November, on left downwind, behind the jump line, Oceanside.
Is it okay? I think
Yeah,
it's
jump plane.
jump plane.
Jump plane.
Okay.
So I kind of lost him, but there he is. You see him?
Yeah, I see.
He makes a pretty aggressive, steep approach, so he'll be pretty quick. So let's keep climbing up just because we're over these houses, and we're extending our downwind a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll just keep coming up, and then once he's off of our shoulder, we'll make our base turn.
Oh, so we are going to extend the downwind?
Just a little bit, right?
Okay.
Helicopter, Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, extending downwind, runway 25, Oceanside.
We can turn base. I wouldn't have even said anything because it doesn't really matter, right? We can turn base.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah, we can turn.
base.
Because he's really fast.
Yeah.
So see, he's like, look at how close he is already. Like he's way down there. So we probably didn't even really need to extend that much, but we also didn't want to turn right into him. So you don't really need to say anything on the radio call. It's kind of like up to your judgment, right?
Ah, okay.
And we can just line ourselves up on final. You can turn.
And turn.
Good. And then we've got a lot of descending to do, right?
Yep.
Good. Now you can say we're on final.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, final runway 25, Oceanside.
Good. Yeah, so it's just avoiding traffic. The fixed wing move a lot faster, especially those bigger planes like the jump plane. He hauls
Okay,
ass.
go jump
Okay.
3 is clear.
So just, that was really good though. That was perfect. Really good job avoiding the traffic. Really good job keeping an eye on them, making a good decision to extend our downwind.
Uh-huh.
Really good to see that good aeronautical decision making. That's a super important thing.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of people over there.
Yeah, kind of crazy, huh? Bunch of parachuters. Have you ever been skydiving?
Nope. I've never been skydiving.
Pretty cool. All right, cool. So we're set up pretty good, right? We're maybe a little higher than we're used to being, but we can probably make this work.
Uh-huh.
If we need to, we can always shoot for a farther landing site. So this will be kind of a steep approach almost. So let's just level off here. We don't want a super high rate of descent with our VSI. So let's just level off and we'll just make it a steep approach.
Okay.
Steep approaches, we want a much slower speed. This is kind of like what we do into the Civic helipad, right?
Uh-huh.
So get some more left pedal in. You're letting it yaw pretty far to the right. And we have a left crosswind, and if we let that yaw get too bad, we'll get loss of tail rotor effectiveness.
Uh-huh.
See how we started descending really fast? We lost our airspeed, and we didn't pull enough collective. Now we're going to have to pull a bunch of collective at the bottom. Otherwise, we're going to hit the ground.
Okay.
And we get lots of tail rotor effectiveness. See what I mean? So that's what we got to be careful of.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happens if we have to pull a bunch of collective at the bottom, and we're in a crosswind, right?
Uh-huh.
So your controls.
I have control?
You have controls.
Yeah, I have
That's
control.
why when we're doing steep approaches, especially to the Civic pad, we got to be really careful because that can happen at the Civic pad really easily.
Yeah.
When we're in a crosswind, we have to be really on top of our left pedal,
Uh-huh.
and we want to make our descent rate as slow as possible so that we're not having to yank a bunch of collective at the bottom.
Yeah.
If we yank a bunch of collective at the bottom, we're adding a bunch of torque to the system, and we'll spin out to the right.
Okay,
So, all right, do you want to do another lap?
what? Lap?
You want to do another pattern?
Another pattern?
Yeah. Do you want to do another one?
Okay, yeah, is there any kind of any kind of pattern?
We can just go here.
Just
Yeah,
thing again?
yeah, just take off. Let's do it one more time.
Okay, I got it. And we're taking off.
Okay. Got pretty high, right? That was
Yeah.
kind of a modified max performance takeoff. As soon as we got ETL, we just picked up.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but it's not what we're looking for when we're doing a normal takeoff.
Yeah, it's right. It was not a normal takeoff.
Nope. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But it does get us outside of the high velocity diagram, right?
Uh-huh.
You know the high velocity diagram?
High velocity, yeah.
You know have you seen the takeoff profile on the high velocity diagram?
Uh-huh.
It's 5 feet. 5 feet all the way until you hit 40, 45 knots.
Yeah.
So if we get higher than 5 feet before we hit 40, 45 knots, we're outside the height velocity diagram, and if we had an engine failure, it would be very hard to recover.
Okay.
Clear right, clear center, clear left. And you can make a radio call.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November at left downwind, runway 25, Oceanside.
All right, let's set ourselves up again. You can set up for either a normal approach or a steep approach. Which one do you want to do?
Normal approach.
Normal approach?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to work on today?
Working out?
Is there anything else you want to do today? Or do you just want to do normal approaches?
And normal approach and maybe steep approach.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, you better start leveling off, otherwise we're gonna go right past 700.
Yep.
So get that collective down. Airspeed up. There you go. You see how like it takes more than you think.
Oh, hey.
Cool. Clear right, clear center, clear left. And a radio call.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, entering left base, Oceanside.
Oh my god, I missed the runway.
That's okay. That's not a big deal. Everyone knows where we're going. It's not the end of the world. There's no rules, right?
Uh-huh.
Technically speaking, you don't have to say anything.
Okay.
However, we just want to be nice and clear so everybody knows what we're doing is the idea.
Uh-huh.
Airspeed's a little low. There you go. Good recovery.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, entering final runway 25, Oceanside.
All right, cool. Let's set ourselves up for that perfect normal approach.
Yep.
So crossing the road at 200 feet, airspeed about 45 knots, and then we're just making a nice steady deceleration, a steady drop right down to the runway.
Okay.
If we get too slow too soon, we're going to start losing all of our altitude.
Okay.
See? Now we're plummeting down. So now we're going fast. Let's make more gentle control inputs on the cyclic.
Gentle.
So that way we're not chasing it with the collective. And we need to be left over the runway. Don't force yourself to that spot. If you're going to miss the spot, it's better to go farther than the spot than to force yourself down. See how you're forcing yourself down? We're forcing ourselves down. We're getting really steep. What does that mean? It means we're going to pull a bunch of collective at the bottom. And we're going to get LT.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, what are we doing wrong? Let's sidestep off. Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November. We're just sidestepping to the ramp area. Do some hover work, Oceanside. All right, I just want to get over here and set down so we can talk about what's happening.
Okay.
Because we really need to fix what's happening because that's a pretty dangerous thing to do.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll set into the wind. All right, show me a set down. Your controls.
Yep. I have controls.
Okay. Okay. You hold on. Never let go of the controls.
Oh.
Never let go of the controls unless I say I have controls.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so what's happening
traffic,
is you put friction on.
Fuel pit to the hangar Delta 1.
Okay, if we don't have friction on, you got to keep your hand on the collective too,
Okay.
because otherwise it'll come up.
All right.
Okay, so we're coming down. You're not controlling your descent rate very well, so we're getting too slow. If we get too slow, we lose lift, right? You know translational lift? If we lose lift, then we start to fall. So you're modulating your speed so that we lose a bunch of lift, we fall, then you correct it, and then we start to climb again.
Yep.
And then we get really steep at the end. What happens if we're really steep is you just jam the collective down to try to get us to the spot, right? We have
Yeah.
the whole runway. We don't have to be in an emergency to get down.
Okay.
Hold on, let's do a pickup and just move over here a little ways, just so we're out of the way of this airplane.
Okay.
Okay, you have controls.
I have control.
Let's just move over to one of these T's. and set down whenever you're ready. You can set down right here if you want. Okay, nice and controlled, slow, really slow. Looks like he's parking anyway. Okay, so if you're not going to make your spot, it's better to either do a go around or just land farther forward if you can, right? Because
Okay.
what's happening is you're like, we're coming into the spot, here's the numbers 2-5, we're
Yep.
coming here, we should be here, making a nice normal,
Yeah.
but you're here. So, you know, instead of doing a go around or overshooting, you're trying to force the helicopter down, so you're doing a bunch of lower collective. When we lower the collective a bunch, we start to fall really fast.
Yeah.
When we're falling really fast, we have like over a 500-foot descent rate.
Okay.
Then, what happens if we're going really fast is at the bottom, you have to pull a bunch of collective so we don't smash into the ground, right? So you yank a bunch of collective. Right now, we've got a bit of a crosswind coming from the left.
Yep.
So crosswind gives us loss of tail rotor effectiveness already because our vortices are being blown into the tail rotor. The tail rotor is not as effective as it could be. Then we're pulling a bunch of collective, adding a bunch of torque to the system. We get loss of tail rotor effectiveness and we pull torque, and at the bottom, we're spinning out to the right.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
right.
if we're in this situation where we're right over our spot, I want you to either make the call to do a go around, pull power and pitch for airspeed, or just shoot your approach to a spot in front of it. It's okay, just keep the same angle and just go farther forward just to avoid that really fast deceleration straight down. And I can show you how to do a steep approach too, because it's kind of a different maneuver. We go really slow with steep approaches.
Yeah. Oh, so I think we gotta make a more practice about the normal approach.
Yeah, we'll do more normal approaches so that we don't get into that scenario. All right,
Okay.
cool, let's go. Pick it up when you're ready.
Yep. Picking up.
And really slow now. Really slow. Fix it. Fix your drift before you keep coming up.
Yep.
Good. Fix the drift. Good job. Good pickup. Okay, let's just hover taxi a little bit to the right. Don't turn yet. Let's get a little bit farther away from the building so our tail's clear. So let's just move to the right just a little.
Move to the right a little.
Keep
Oh.
it straight though, because we don't want to turn our tail into the building. Move to the
Oh,
right.
there's a
Now
traffic.
our tail's clear to the left, so now we can do a right pedal turn.
Uh-huh.
And know we're going to be into a tailwind now, so you got to be careful.
Okay.
All right, we don't see anyone on final. I haven't heard any radio calls.
Yep.
So let's move over to the runway. Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November. We're going to be getting on the go, runway 25, Oceanside. All right, now let's line ourselves up on the runway, right in the middle.
Yep.
And let's see a nice normal takeoff when you're ready. RPM in the green, 1, 2, 3 in the green. We've got fuel, we're ready to go.
Okay, we are ready to go.
Okay. Ease it forward, keep pushing forward. That's when you got to push forward, otherwise the ETL will just pick us up.
Yeah.
Diving back down. All right, so you're letting ETL just pick you up, which is what we do when we're leaving Civic because we're doing a modified max performance takeoff.
Okay.
But when we're leaving here, we don't want to do that because we have a whole runway and we want to stay within the high velocity diagram.
Uh-huh.
So we just ease our nose forward as we start to pick up airspeed and we start to increase lift. We
Yep.
just keep pushing the cyclic forward. You have to keep adding forward cyclic to keep pushing the nose through it.
All right.
All right, clear right, clear center, clear left.
Yep, clear.
And we're looking good.
Oceanside traffic at Cherokee 5352 Delta, a blue and white arrow. We're going to be in the pattern right downwind for one landing.
And you can make a radio call when you're ready.
Oceanside traffic, jump 3, taxiing fuel, over to 25. Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November and left downwind, runway 25 west, Oceanside.
All right. So let's get a nice normal approach where we just hold that angle all the way down so we don't end up super steep
Okay.
in the first place. If you end up in that scenario, I want you to either make the decision to just overshoot your landing spot, which is fine to do. We have an entire 1,000, whatever it is,
Yeah, okay.
3,000 foot runway that you can do that to. Or, if you'd rather, you can do a go-around and pull takeoff power, pitch the nose back for airspeed, and we can do a go-around. But I want you to make that decision. The decision to force the helicopter down last minute is not the decision.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, it makes
Cool.
sense.
Awesome. And we saw why, right? We experienced it firsthand, which that's a really valuable learning experience because that's a really uncomfortable feeling, right? And if we were like at the Civic pad, that can be really dangerous because there's that blast fence right there. And if we were to spin out and hit our tail on the blast fence, we could crash the helicopter.
Okay.
So here, it's a nice, friendly place to learn that mistake, right? And let it happen to us. If that was happening at Civic Pad, I wouldn't have let it happen. I would have taken controls and flown the helicopter, but here, it's a great learning opportunity because we can see what happens when we're in that scenario. Your radio call now can be left base to final.
Okay. Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, entering final, runway 25, Oceanside.
You kind of stepped on that guy, which is fine. It's just he was coming on the radio.
Arrow 5352 Delta, we're on the downwind for landing runway 25, Oceanside.
He was talking on the radio and you cut in, which is not a big deal. It happens all the time. Okay. Alright, we've got a plane taking off. We've got a guy in downwind. I think we're the only people over here. So let's set ourselves up, right? Let's get down low quick now if we can. And yeah, start the deceleration, right? Good, there's 200 feet, 40 knots. We're looking good, right? So keep this up. Now slowly start to decelerate. Really gentle deceleration. Don't slow down too much. We want to keep enough airspeed going to where we're going to make it to our spot. Good. Slowly coming down. Good. Keep slowing down. Keep slowing down. Gonna overshoot our spot just a little. Left pedal early. Okay, so we were a little too fast, but that was much better. Much more controlled.
Okay.
Alright, now show me a good takeoff.
Arrow 5352 Delta is going around. We have the helicopter on the runway.
Helicopter 39 November, sorry about that. We're getting on the go here.
We'll overfly you and then we're going to head to the downwind. Not an issue at all.
Copy, we'll keep an eye out for you. Sorry, just wanted to see that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, now your controls.
I have control.
Okay, and you can take off when you're ready. Push forward. Okay, hold on, I have controls.
Yeah, you have controls.
Okay, you have controls, let's try that again.
Alright, I have control.
Alright, feel along with me. You have controls, you're flying, I'm just gonna be along with you, okay?
Okay.
This is what it feels like. Gently pushing forward, gentle, gentle. Now we keep pushing forward. Now we keep pushing forward. Little right pedal. And then we take off. Good, good. Much better. Okay, so what happened the first time is you just pushed too fast, so we dove down and then we hit that little ground cushion, the ground effect cushion that we have, and that boosted us back up.
Yeah.
And then we were like doing this, you get into this thing where you're kind of, I call it porpoising.
Okay.
You can say crosswind.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, left crosswind, runway 25, Oceanside.
Oceanside traffic, Arrow 5352 Delta is landing, right base for my 2.
We're going to watch out for this bird.
Yeah, I see.
Go around to the right. Good, there we go. Right, you can get yourself going.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 November, left downwind, runway 25, Oceanside.
Oceanside traffic, Arrow 5352 Delta is turning final, runway 25, Oceanside.
That was a good setup that time though. You had the right idea. We crossed the road at the perfect height, perfect airspeed. You did a good job slowing down, not slowing down too much. We got a little bit fast right at the end of the approach, That's why we kind of cooked in. If you just continue that deceleration all the way, if this is the number, you want to just decelerate until that spot comes right under your butt. Okay. Level. But otherwise, your approaches are getting much better.
Side traffic, Arrow 5352, Delta short final, runway 25.
Don't overshoot 700. You can, yeah, good catch. Good job.
Yep.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 on November on left base leg, runway 25, Oceanside.
Good radio call.
Thank you.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 on November on final left, runway 25, Oceanside.
Oceanside traffic, Arrow 5352, Delta's clear the active runway 25, Oceanside.
All right, get ourselves in that nice setup again.
Yep.
We have some wind today and some convective activity, which also makes it hard, right? We have some updrafts and downdrafts and a decently strong wind, which makes it kind of hard to control. So it's kind of a tough day to learn this stuff. But all right, what do you think?
We're a little bit high.
Yep, we're a little high. If you want to pick a new landing site, we can do a new landing spot.
Okay.
Or we can go around. It's up to you.
I think we have to overshoot.
Yeah, we can go to the intersection, see where that runway comes in.
Yep.
Taxiway.
Okay.
Let's do a normal approach to right there.
All right.
We're a helicopter. We can land wherever we want. Start pulling collective in early so we don't get too much of a descent right in. So got a really fast descent rate at the bottom again, right?
Yeah.
And you start pulling in the power just a little bit sooner. You're kind of forcing the helicopter down. We don't want to do that. We want to start increasing our power earlier so we don't have to pull a bunch of power at the end.
Okay.
All right, try another takeoff.
Okay, taking off. Slowly.
Good. Now push forward. Now keep pushing.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Good. Really good. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. And ease it off. Really good. Really good.
Yeah, thank you.
That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
All right.
Oceanside traffic, use caution, jumping in progress. 1 minute. For the next 1 minute, go Oceanside.
No idea what that was.
Do I have to make a radio call?
As much as you'd like to.
Okay.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 on November on left, downwind, runway 25, Oceanside.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of just leave radio calls up to you for the most part. The only time I'll make radio calls is if you're not making one and there's somebody that's like, you know, like if we're turning base and there's somebody that's just touching your, or if there's somewhere where it's close and somebody needs to know and you're not making the radio call, I'll step in and make one. But feel free, you can make a radio call every leg if you want.
Okay.
Which, really, you probably should, especially if it's busy. If it's not super busy, it's not as important. But if it's busy and there's a lot of planes and a lot of activity in the pattern, it's good to make a radio call every leg, so that way people know where you are, what you're doing, where you're going to be.
Okay.
All right.
We're too high.
Just a little. You caught it.
Yeah.
I was waiting to see.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 39 on November on left base leg, runway 25, Oceanside.
Usually, it's a little bit easier. We have quite a bit of a tailwind coming this direction. So it really pushes us along. Usually we have a little bit more time to climb up to 700 and you kind of level off before we get here. We're kind of hitting 700 right as we need to start descending again.
Okay.
Oceanside traffic, helicopter 3 November on final runway 25 Oceanside.